What is up, guys? It's Jimbo here and welcome back to another video. Today we're diving right back into the world of 40k, but this time we're revisiting a game because there's some new DLC in the form of Dreadnoughts and the Tech Marines in Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate. In this video I'm going to show you how to get access to the Dreadnought and the Tech Marine, how to start it if you've just made a game or you want to start a fresh one, and also the missions and some of the gameplay, and just my thoughts on the Dreadnought and the Tech Marine as a whole, because there's a lot of stuff that you can do with them and it adds another layer of depth to the gameplay. Now before we jump in, I'm going to hand you over to my Dreadnought friend, and he is going to give you the motto of the Dreadnoughts serving the Emperor.
I will endure 1,000 deaths before I yield.
First thing to note about this DLC is you need to have it activated for it to get to work. If you are a new player and you start a fresh campaign, you will be able to select this on during your campaign or at the starting options, so you'll have access to it. If you have a base game in progress, when you go into that save, it will ask you if you want to convert that save into a Duty Eternal save. If you've already completed a campaign and don't have any mid-campaign saves, then unfortunately you will have to start a full brand new game. But if you have any mid-campaign saves, you can jump all the way back and then have access to it. So let's talk about how you actually get the DLC missions to activate so you can get yourself the Tech Marine and also the Venerable Dreadnought. You'll need to play through the game until you get to a level 4 threat on any of the missions, and then 15 days after this threat has happened, there will be a little pop-up on the star map, and that will be called Allies Under Siege. This is the first mission in the chain of missions that you can do in order to access the additional content. Across all the DLC, there are 4 missions in total. After Allies Under Siege, you will unlock yourself the Tech Marine, and then after the second mission, which is Honor of the Ancients, you will unlock the Dreadnought. After the third one, which is for the Machine God, you will access more Archaeotech. I'll explain that in just a moment. Then after 4, you will unlock the Gladius Frigate. Mission 2, Honor of the Ancients, will appear 15 days after Mission 1 has been completed. For Mission 3, you will get it 15 days after completing Mission 2, and then 15 days after completing Mission 3, you will also be able to get the Corrupted Vessel, but you also have to hit threat level 9 as well, which is going to be a bit of a tough task, so you will have a little bit of time to sink into this. For myself, I've only completed missions 1 and 2 to get access to the Dreadnought. I haven't had a chance over the weekend to be able to get into the Machine God mission to be able to complete that, but I have footage of the previous 2 missions. There will be Technophage missions that pop up all around the map, so you need to be careful of those, and the Dreadnought will have to go offline if it takes a certain amount of damage and HP. It doesn't regain its wounds, so you will have to put it into like a rest mode to let it heal up so you can go and use it again. Now, I haven't had any testing on this, but I don't believe you can take the Dreadnought into any basic missions as far as I know, but you will be able to take them into the big Technophage missions, which you'll be able to use them because I think they're on like extreme, so it means that you'll be able to take a Dreadnought with you because the Technophage is part of the DLC. You will also get access to Archaeotech, and Archaeotech essentially is a resource which allows you to upgrade your Tech Marine, get better servitors for the Tech Marine, and also I think you'll be able to get better weapons and armor and stuff like that, similar to how you get requisitions in the main game, where you can then hopefully get access to more armor. So let's talk about what I have played. I've played the first 2 missions, which is Under Siege and Honor of the Ancients. In the Under Siege mission, you essentially have to go and rescue a Dreadnought that has been downed or has been stuck in this like a psychic energy. Once you've got them free, you'll then have to go and kill the Bloom spawn in the mission. Now the Dreadnought is a hell of a lot of fun because they have a flamer, they also have a plasma cannon, they have like a main knocking attack and also an ancient charge, and the model is fantastic they use in game, and they have a lot of armor, but also a lot of health as well. And you won't be able to heal the Dreadnought in the first mission, and I'll tell you why, because you don't have a Tech Marine and you also don't have an Adeptus Mechanicus with you, which is in the second mission, which is Honor of the Ancient. Honor of the Ancients is a really tough mission. These like missions that you do get to take part in are very tough, and it took me at least about an hour and a half to kind of slowly get through without failing the mission and all my Marines dying. I had to load up checkpoints again so I could replay terms so I'd be able to get through the mission. But in the Honor of the Ancients mission, once again, you'll go and reactivate a Dreadnought using one of the Adeptus Mechanicus, but you'll be able to take a Tech Marine with you and also this Adeptus Mechanicus, which will be able to heal the Dreadnought. Now, the second Dreadnought that you get access to has a las cannon and also has a flamer, a regular attack, and the ancient charge as well. But let's talk about gameplay. Let's talk about the Tech Marine. Let's talk about the Dreadnought. The Tech Marine is quite cool because they can heal mechanical alloys. They have a combat servitor with them, which you can put in the line of fire, for example, Overwatches, and it will be able to survive. I've used this, and you can also use it if you spend 1 AP to put it into a position so when you fire with the Tech Marine, you will be able to get a multi-melter shot off the servitor, which is really cool. And also on top of that, the axe that the Tech Marine has as well chews through armor on some of the higher enemies as well, and I've really enjoyed being aggressive with it, but I also kind of played a little bit passive because I wasn't too sure on how to use the Tech Marine most effectively. You will probably have a better time with it, but combining it with the Dreadnought is fantastic. Now let's talk about the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is a powerhouse. You can stun a lot of enemies rather quickly because of the melee ability that they have. They also have the Flamer, which is an awesome weapon, like especially when you use a Flamer on other characters, and it seems a little bit better on the Dreadnought because it's not a requirement to take it compared to if you want to sacrifice a more longer range weapon on any of the other Grey Knights. And also the Dreadnought can move a lot easier as well because the area that it takes up less AP when it needs to move, so it's fantastic. Hopefully there's an upgrade path I can go down to potentially upgrade the Dreadnought in future. I haven't really got round to that yet, so I can't give you an accurate representation, but it's just my impressions of what the gameplay is so far, and it's fantastic. I think a lot of Chaos Gate players are going to have a blast with this. If anything, if you want to try it out, go on the lowest difficulty and blow through the campaign. Jump into a completed version or whatever, or a mid-game save, and get your hands on the missions. And so far, the 2 missions that I did play are fantastic. There's a lot of enemies. It's really tough as well. Really challenged me tactically, and also had to think about what I was taking with me in future missions. And I think the Tech Marine will be very handy if they add anything else to the game. And the other cool thing that I did notice with the Tech Marine is that if you sent out your servitor and also fired, and you also have the ability upgraded on a ranged character that could chain off other people doing ranged attacks, you could get the ranged attack of the Tech Marine and then the servitor and then a free attack from the ranged ability character as well. So there's a lot of combos there, and I can't wait to see what other DLCs that they add to the game. I want to take the time to thank Frontier for giving me early access to this so I could get this out a day before the DLC goes live. It goes live tomorrow. I've had a blast with it so far. I'm super busy, so I won't be able to play as much as I really want to because there's other games, including another 40k game in the form of Darktide that I'm playing. But yeah, go and check out this DLC if you enjoyed Chaos Gate, because I certainly enjoyed this as well. And as always, if you've enjoyed the video, please make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell as always. And this has been It's Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.